You've spent so long living inside your head that the rest of your life feels like a place you just visit. On the outside, you move, wake up, scroll, work, eat, sleep. But inside, there's a second world, an endless hallway of thoughts, worries, memories, and predictions. You pace that hallway all day, arguing with people who aren't here, reliving things you can't change, rehearsing disasters that haven't happened. One night, it finally breaks you. You're sitting on your bed, phone in hand, mind screaming, what if premetaphile? Why did I say that? What if they leave? What if I never fix this? Your chest is tight, your stomach churns, your head buzzes. You try to think your way out, but every thought births 5 more. I just need to figure it out, you whisper. But the more you try, the deeper you sink. Suddenly, the room around you blurs. The walls stretch upward into the dark. When your vision clears, you're no longer in your bedroom. You're in a vast control room, filled with flickering screens. Each screen shows a scene from your life, your worst mistakes, your biggest fears. Every time someone looked at you funny, this is your mind. In the middle of it all sits you. Another you. Eyes red, hands flying over buttons labeled what if, why me, and make it stop. Every time they hit one, a new video starts on a screen. They don't see you at first. They're too busy trying to shut everything down. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. They mutter, frantically mashing controls. But nothing stops. You step closer. Hey, you say. What are you doing? They jump. I'm trying to save us, they snap. If I can just fix the thoughts, fix the feelings, fix everything that could go wrong out there, we'll finally be okay. You look at the chaos. Alarms, flashing images, memories on loop. How long have you been doing this? They hesitate. Since forever, I think. Is it working? You ask. They look around at the storm of noise. For the first time, they really see it. No, they whisper. You notice something else. At the far end of the control room, there's a door. It's simple, unmarked, slightly open. Through the crack you see movement, real light, real air. It smells like rain and food and other people. It smells like life. What's that? You ask. Control you flinches. Don't go there, they warn. Out there, we could be rejected. We cooled file, we could be embarrassed. In here, at least we can rehearse it first. But we're suffocating, you say. We never actually live it. We only watch it. They grip the console tighter. If we leave, the thoughts will follow. The fear will follow. I can't let that happen. And there it is, the cage. Not the thoughts themselves, but the rule you've been obeying for years. I must fix my mind before I am allowed to live. What if that's backwards? You ask. What if life is not something that starts after the thoughts are gone, but something you do with them still talking? Control you stares at you like you've spoken another language. You walk toward the door. The closer you get, the louder the screens scream. Don't go. You'll fail. They'll laugh. You'll get hurt again. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. Every instinct begs you to turn back and help your mind shut everything up again. But something small and stubborn in your chest whispers. We've tried that for years. You glance over your shoulder. Come with me. You tell your overthinking self. I can't, they say. My job is to protect you by keeping everything under control. Then how about this, you reply. Keep doing your job. Worry if you want. Shout if you must. But I'm not going to wait for you to be quiet before I step outside. Your hand touches the door. Terror slams into you like a wave. Thoughts screech. You're not ready. You'll embarrass yourself. Stay where it's safe. You take a breath. And instead of arguing with the thoughts, you say, I hear you. You can come along. But you don't get to drive. You push the door open. On the other side is your actual life. The same messy room, the same undone tasks, the same unresolved conversations. But everything feels slightly different, because for the first time, you're not trying to erase your inner world before you move. You're bringing it with you. You test it. Tomorrow, There's that thing you've been avoiding, maybe a difficult phone call, a first step on a dream, a workout you keep skipping. Your mind instantly protests. Too tired. Too late. You'll look stupid. Before, this is where you'd cancel. Retreat. Go back into the control room and argue with yourself for hours. Now, you do something new. You notice the thoughts like subtitles on a screen? You don't pretend they're nice. You don't pretend they're gone. You simply say, "Thanks, mind," and move your feet anyway. It feels wrong at first, like walking with a heavy backpack full of buzzing bees, but step by step, you realize something wild. The bees are loud, but they're not steering. You are. Days pass. You still overthink. You still get scared. Waves of sadness, anxiety, and shame still crash through you. But instead of building a wall and declaring war on them, you start to let them wash by as you keep doing what matters. You show up to the conversation, even though your heart is racing. You work on your craft, even though your brain whispers you're not talented enough. You rest when you're exhausted instead of calling yourself lazy. Little by little, your life fills with moments actually lived instead of endlessly rehearsed. One evening, you feel pulled back toward the control room. You close your eyes and there it is again. Same consoles, same screens, same overworked version of you, still pounding buttons. But now, you're different. "Look," you say gently, gesturing to the screens. "You can keep playing whatever you want. You can warn me, criticize me, remind me of everything that hurts. That's what you do. But I'm done waiting for you to be perfect before I move." Controlia looks exhausted. "If I stop, you might feel things you don't want to feel," they say. "I already do," you reply. "The difference is, I'd rather feel fear and live than feel fear and hide." For the first time, Control You steps away from the console. The screens keep running. Thoughts keep appearing. Feelings keep rising and falling. But the person who used to be chained to them, that frantic protector inside, you takes a seat beside you instead. Your mind is a narrator, not a jailer. You walk back out into your life. Thoughts murmuring, heart pounding, feet still moving. Ahead of you, there are things you care about, deeply people you love, work that matters, experiences you don't want to miss just because your mind is noisy. You realize this. Courage is not a silent mind. It's a loud mind you don't obey. If this story felt uncomfortably familiar, if you've been waiting for your thoughts to calm down before you finally start living, let this be the moment that changes. Tap LIKE. So you remember this choice the next time your brain tries to drag you back into the control room. And subscribe to Future You Stories for more journeys that pull you out of your head and back into your actual life. Because your thoughts are allowed to be loud. Your life is allowed to be bigger than them anyway.